Con. The book of Revelations, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause, Con, that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to the Lord's hopeful elect who continuously push this gospel wherever ye have been scattered in these last days. Shalom, Akim. Shalom. Trump is imposing an obey or die doctrine. Or Donald J. Nero Trump is implementing an obey or die order or doctrine. Somewhere along those lines, I'll entitle the video. So with this recent shooting of this Edomite woman up there in Minnesota, there's been a lot of backlash, against the Trump administration, saying it's a cover-up. They're covering up, all right, the events that happened when the Edomite woman allegedly tried to run over an ICE agent, and the ICE agent was justified in slaying her, okay? And according to the CBS report, Trump said the ICE agent was justifiable. Even guys like Stephen A. Smith, the ESPN analysis, he said the shooter was justifiable. All right? Matter of fact, let me read that report. All right? President Trump on Wednesday defended an ICE agent who shot and killed a woman in Minneapolis, saying the agent seems to have shot her in self-defense. CBS News White House reporter Aaron Navarro has more, okay? And let me just say this too. See, when the man was previously in office, speaking of Donald J. Trump, okay, the man was giving you so-called African Americans, so-called the Latino community, the so-called Mexicans, even you so-called white Americans, during the planned events of 2020 and 2021, when the thing was going around out here, you had a stay-at-home order, you had to wear that, that covering, that pamper on your face. You were laid off or fired from your job in the events of those things transpiring. The man gave you people PPP loans, stimulus packages, unemployment benefits, whatever the wages were, all right, prior to the 2020 and 2021 pandemic, the government gave you more added on to it. Basically, they properly compensated you for those things. Then the Lord, according to Proverbs 21:1, the Lord removed Donald Trump out of office, put Joe Biden in. Joe Biden didn't work for you because he was all docile, falling down, wanted to have, sexual relations with newborn babies and all these type of things, all right? He was a pedophile, okay? Got him out of office. Now you got Trump back in. Now you're calling for the man to either be killed or even being impeached. Even as of today, the Ayatollah of Iran, Khamenei, he said, look, Trump, the administration of Trump, they took down Maduro. Well, the Americans need to take down Donald Trump. Real quick, this is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And that was Pharaoh at that time, okay? America's all wrapped up in spiritual Egypt, spiritual Assyria, okay? Nineveh. This is modern day Egypt again, Okay, as the Lord said in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, he's going to smite Egypt with plagues as before. So the event of all these black swan events that are happening as we've entered into the first week, a midway point, going into the second week of January, are taking hold of Babylon. All hell is breaking loose. In the event of this is how Donald J. Trump, sees his power over a country. And I'm going to do a video on the Insurrection Act. The Insurrection Act. Because as we're about to go into what they call, in the political sense, the midterm elections, all right? Even Donald Trump, as of last week, said, if we don't win the midterms, the Democrats will be looking to impeach me. He said it. Go look it up. The point is, you people are tossed to and fro, all right? Speaking of all you so-called Americans, you Edomites, you so-called white people, and you Israelites, man. You're tossed to and fro. One person is not getting what you want done, you want another one in. He's not doing it, you want another one in. But this one right here, who you have now, Donald J. Nero Trump, will be Adawan Ratazah, Lord willingly, the last president of America, Babylon the Great. Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. Donald J. Trump is the cruel Lord in this day. Like Elder Pastor Hart said, and the brothers up there in New York said, you go, it's weeks where things don't happen. It's like it's decades when things don't happen, and it's weeks that feel like decades. We're in that time now. 1 week, it felt like a 10-year decade. The man, Donald Trump, has been in, what, about a year, if I'm not mistaken? And it felt like 5 to 10 years already. Isaiah 19:4, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And a fierce king shall rule over them. Now you read Sirach 17:17, it says, for in the division, I'm not going to quote it, I'm going to get it because I already have the apocrypha right here. Sirach 17:17, for in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people. That's why you got Xi Jinping in China, Benjamin Netanyahu, all right, whatever the hell his name is, over there in the state of Israel. Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea. You had Bashar al-Assad over there in Syria. Now he's been ousted out. Now another one has come in. Over there in Canada, you had Justin Trudeau, the prime minister. Now another one is in. All right. As I've already stated, over here in Babylon the Great, you've had this one. Hell, you was damn near on the brink of having a woman for your president, Kamala Harris. All right? Vladimir Putin over there in Russia. All right? That's a ruler over all those nations. Okay? But Israel is the Lord's portion. The reason you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans are catching hell, and this is we're in Jacob's trouble, the beginning stages of it. You're about to get your ass handed to you. This is who you voted for. This is who you voted for. Now the MAGA people in the MAGA corporations, now they're going against Trump. Protest is spreading all over America as we speak. All right? The book of Jeremiah. I'm going to get that article too, man. Jeremiah 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay? We don't want no smoke with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? Speaking of the men of the Lord, I'm speaking for us, hopefully let. All right? We don't want no smoke with that, man. Okay? The trouble that's going on is for you 2/3. Like it's happening in Minnesota, but it's finna spread all over Babylon the Great. All right. Now, J.D. Vance, the guy, J.D., I think he's the vice president. J.D. Vance is saying, if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, I think it's starting next month, ICE is going to be going door to door. Won't be no more in the middle of the streets or going on the jobs, all right, getting easy so-called illegal immigrants, because they're not illegal, all right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, you're the literal illegal immigrant over here. Point is, though, it won't be going no more to jobs or these hardware stores where a lot of the northern kingdom resides at, looking for employment. Okay, they're coming knocking on the doors. All right, they're coming knocking on the doors, man. We in that time. This is from YahooNews.com. From YahooNews.com. Obey or die. Stephen Colbert warns Trump administration's ICE shooting spin is an alarming bell. It's an alarming bell. All right. Let me hold up Parker for real quick. We've been giving you the all right, blowing the trumpet via the Holy Scriptures that this was coming, man. All right. The Bible says, then shall you have been known that a prophet have been among you, man. All right. It's too late now. Ezekiel 3:17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. What's the warning? That the so-called white man, all right, is coming down with that great wrath. He's going to deliver you to the sword, as it says in Jeremiah 15th chapter. All right, the guns on the streets. People are ramping up I can imagine how the ammunition of guns are ramping up right now. I remember in 2020 and 2021, you had a 283 increase of ammunition being bought from out of stores. You go inside of these stores during that time, the actual glass cases where they hold the ammo at was emptied. They had firearms, but the ammunition was emptied. And if they did, it was at a minimum. And you would have to put an order in, and it took weeks for it to get it. Guys were, placing orders to get guns in their names. And it had to go through the federal government, and that took months, depending on your criminal record. All right? Yeah, that was Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. This is 2nd Esdras. 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. This was what Esdras saw. Woe to the world all over. Global events are popping off. You see what's going on over there in Persia, over there in Iran. Okay? Matter of fact, I seen something where what's going on in Iran, now they're calling for the people of Moscow over there in Russia. Okay, I got to do more research on that. I seen 1 or 2 articles on it. They were calling for the same thing that happened to Vladimir Putin. For the regime to be toppled. Okay? Like I said earlier, Khamenei is calling for the so-called Americans to do the same thing to Donald Trump. Oh, and I seen last night also, Ayatollah Khamenei said Donald Trump will be overthrown or be taken down just as Nimrod did. Just as Nimrod did, man. Okay, you can go look that up, man. All right? Brothers all over the ministry, all right? Great Millstone was sharing articles on social media that Khamenei literally said that. It's not AI or anything, man. All right? 2nd Esdras 15 and verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. All right? Like we always say, Jacob's trouble is for the 2/3. So when it says there, it's talking about you Americans. Trump doesn't give a damn about the Edomite woman. This is his own nationality of people. He doesn't give a damn about them. All right? Either you obey or die. Either you get down with the program, all right, or you get put to death. And then I'm going to justify it by going on social media saying, look, you know, she tried to run over. And when you look at the video, all she did was just pull off, but the officer was standing right there. So now they're saying she tried to run over, and she got mowed down. 2 Ezra chapter 16 real quick. In verse 18, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. This is what's going on right now, the beginning of it. And like the beloved Elder Pastor Hall stated, we could be out of here at the midway point of this year, man. Because remember, with the MOT being implemented, you're going to get a pushback from people all over the world saying, I'm not taking it. So as I read earlier at the opening of the precept, he's going to do what? Cause you to get it. You're going to be a lot of things happening to get you people to what? Just bow down. Famine will be, we believe in Great Millstone, the #1 source that they're going to use. That they will use to get you people to submit. You don't comply, you will die. That's another video I'm going to do. You don't comply, you will die. All right? 2 Ezra 15. I'm going to read some more of that article. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 15, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another people. When you start to go door to door, you know, now you got what Yahushua wrote about also with the division going on, the kingdom being divided. Now you got the actual city officials, mayors, governors saying this is wrong what ICE is doing. ICE, get the hell out of here. But Trump has passed, all right, the Insurrection Act. This is your Nero Trump reincarnated back in power and is on full blast in beast mode. He's all of the emperors wrapped up in one. Julius Caesar, 44 BC. Tiberius, Alexander. Remember you had like we said earlier on our camp video, you had the Flavian dynasty. All right? You had the alliance of General Pompey, Marcus Aurelius, and Julius Caesar. Then it goes down the line to Tiberius Alexander, Vespasian, Titus, Domitian, which was the younger brother of Titus. All right, the sons of Vespasian. Trump is wrapped up in all. You had the little fellas also, man. Otho, Galbo, you know, all these. That's another breakdown. All right, of 2nd Ezra 11 and 12. Trump is wrapped up in all of those emperors, man. Okay? Because we're at the end. And this is the siege that's happening all over Babylon the Great that happened in 70 AD. But in this time, they're not only coming for you Israelites are going to get it the worst, but they're coming for everybody. Any and everybody going to get it. All right? I read that earlier, man. Though it didn't say he's going to just spare Edomites, that they're not going to be killed. You got other Edomites that are talking out against what the global elites are doing. As the Bible said it would happen. They shall make their tongue to fall on themselves. Now they're exposing the coming agenda of the elites. It says Stephen Colbert, I think he has a TV show, delivered a forceful rebuke of the shooting of a Minnesota woman by ICE, calling on citizens to non-violently let leaders hear their opposition to what he characterized as the Trump administration's obey or die approach to power. Oh, let me hold that, man. I ain't finna be too much longer. All right, pretty much hit the point. Okay, the book of Revelations, chapter 13. All right, in verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And he had 2 horns like a lamb. That's your Democrats and your Republicans. And no matter how much they get on these platforms, and it seems like they at odds. So like whether it be in the Oval Office, at these State of the Union addresses, it's all political theater, it's all lights, camera, action, it's all bullshit. All right? They're on the same team. As I mentioned earlier with Kamala Harris, previous video resurfacing now about how she called for to say that Trump will be taking war on Americans if they go against anything that he says or does. She's with the same damn thing. She would have followed the same format and dialogue as Donald Trump is doing. And people will be doing the same thing. It will have uproars of the people, all right, coming at her, or even in secondary 15 and 16. Okay? The sedition among people, that's happening now. Got to do a video on that too, man. All right? It's in a major way. It says, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So no matter how much he comes on with that sharp suit on, all right, like it says in Daniel 7, whose look was more stout than all the other fellows, all the other leaders across the world. Okay? Trump is literally trying to make America great again. But little does he know, all right, and he knows, this is the Lord that's doing this, man. But you under the authorization of the elite, you got a certain, itinerary that you have to go by. And if you don't, you will be taken out. Okay? It's all lights, camera, action. We see it through it all. Why the Bible says, blessed for your eyes, for they see. While we're telling you people, we're warning you. The sword is sharpened. I did a video on it recently about the neo-Nazis prepping for race war. They're recruiting. All right? It's on. 2026 is going to be lit with Bible prophecy. Okay? And those like I said, those 2 horns go into the ancient Roman Empire with the plebeians, the patricians. Okay? Always had the so-called Democrats being for the rich. Now you have the so-called Republicans, being for the higher-ups, all right? But now Esau, through these Black Swan events, has literally destroyed the middle class. Now he's ultimately set up bam and bam, the up and the lower, the rich and the poor, as it says in the same chapter right here. He's going to cause them all to receive that charagma. It is here. It is here. Elon Musk will be doing Neuralink technology on humans this year. Okay? It's only in week. It felt like 6-7 months already. And it's just one weekend. All right? So like I said, you can go get this video, an article on your own. This is in the news. It's nothing but news and privacy right here, man. Giving all effort and honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings and much salutation to the Lord's hopefully elect, who continuously push this gospel wherever ye have been scattered in these last days. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Call all y'all Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Precept just came to my mind, man. All right. This is Matthew. Matthew chapter 11. Matthew 11. I think it's in 11. Yep. Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. All right. Often during Yahweh Shai's, arrival. All right. When King Herod was trying to take the Lord out. It's also in the book of Matthew. All right. Up until this current day, the house of Israel been under violence. You've been behind enemy lines for so long. Until this current day. But the time that you're finna enter into now will be the worst time in history. Okay? Nothing like the end, man. The Lord declared the end from the beginning. Nothing like the end, and all bets are off in the end, man. And the violent take it by force. The ancient Roman Empire took it by force. Okay, they're gonna do the same thing over here. You got ICE over here, international guards, and the more of these Black Swan events take hold of this place, the UN troops are coming. All right, Green Berets, Navy SEAL. It's gonna get bad. Jesse Ventura just said that about America being that third world country. That's happening now. Ababa Ball, Kwame Nasrallah, Shalom, Makim, Shalom.